Hello, happy Saturday. Petey and I are just here. It's the first time I'm picking up the camera all week, okay? Little late to the game, but I don't know. It's been a week. I have just been plagued with anxiety and I have had so much work over the past few days. You guys, I'm having to catch up on notes over the weekend. It's bad. I felt so far behind this week because I just had so many back-to-back sessions. It was like a slow week at the beginning of the week, and then Thursday and Friday just picked up in an insane way, and I'm like kind of buried in notes right now. So yeah, so I'm kind of like stressing. So that's why I just like kind of couldn't vlog, but here I am. What can I tell you? Well, you can see I'm back at the apartment. And I've just kind of been basking in my alone time. Petey and I are straight chilling, but at 4:40 this afternoon, I have tickets to see Wicked Part 2 for good. So I will be sat with my popcorn, ready to see my girls sing and ready to possibly cry. I'm excited to see that. I'm just going by myself because Caroline's out of town. We were going to see it together, but she's not going to accompany me, and Kelsey doesn't really like Wicked and said that she would only see it with me if I saw it in 4D, and I said I'm not seeing it in 4D. So yeah, I'm going alone, which I honestly don't mind because I like to have a good cry by myself in the theater. And then I've also been looking into apartments. So I have a few apartment tours coming up in the next 2 days that I guess I'll try to take you along with me on, or just kind of tell you about. So that's exciting news. Yeah. Our landlord just came over to check out like our water because our water bill was a little high this month, and he's so sweet. He was like, I don't want your water bill to be high. I just want to make sure everything's okay. He was like, I'm so sad about the breakup. He's taking it hard. He's like, I just love you guys, and I don't want you to move. You guys are amazing. So that was really sweet. I was like, yeah, Connor, you and me both. I don't want to leave this place. But yeah, and then Shakespeare Guy left to go out of town on Thursday. So missing him already. And but we're going to have a call probably Monday or Tuesday to plan Boston. So that'll be fun. I'm going to plan this Boston trip, and I'm reaching out to all my Boston friends right now and squaring away my Boston plans. And then Thursday's Thanksgiving. So right now, I'm going to finish this episode of The Good Wife and have my afternoon coffee. And then we're going to go see Wicked. So that's the day. But yeah, let's get to it. Oh, and then I also forgot that on Thursday night, I went and hung out with Caroline and Kelsey at Caroline's, and we caught up on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It was a crazy episode. It was really the episode of like toxic husbands and boyfriends being insane. And we had Shake Shack, of course.
Look how red her chest is.
You got to go.
Wow.
I feel terrible for Bronwyn. Last year, she opened up to all of us about...
And Anderson cowered in the corner because he's terrified of Petey. What else is new?
Let me see.
Anderson.
Oh no. He's physically shaking.
This is what you've done, Petey.
I love your...
And then, oh my gosh, it was a stressful morning on Friday because I realized that I've lost my Diva cup, my menstrual cup, and my period is starting soon. I don't know when because I don't really track it. I just kind of like feel the vibes. But my body just kind of tells me when it's going to come. And I just know, I sense it's going to come soon. And then I've also run out of contacts. I have like 3 pairs left, but that's not going to do me any good. And then I realized that my contacts have been sent to my old place in Glendale. And so me and Elsa, the customer service woman at 1-800-CONTACTS, had to have a long conversation to make sure that my new contacts were going to the right place, but they're going to take 7 to 10 business days to get here. So I'm wearing my glasses for the time being. So anyway, that was kind of a whirlwind on Friday morning. And I think that that was also causing me a lot of anxiety. Because being a child of divorce right now, going back and forth between homes, this home and my mom's, is really not for the faint of heart. It's really exhausting. And I just feel like I can't wait to have one place of residence. Am I right? So, yeah, so I'm a little glasses queen right now. But yeah, anyway, that's all you need to know for now. Okay, team, this is me before Wicked Part 2. Eyes are dry. I look somewhat put together. So we shall see what I look like, my visage, my appearance afterwards. Let's see how we go. Okay, and just made it back to the car after the movie. Guys, my eyes are dry. I did not shed one tear. I'll share my thoughts more when I get back home because I'm tired and I just want to get home, but it was kind of mid. Oh, it was definitely not as good as part 1. It was like such a downgrade from part 1. I did not even get close to crying. I couldn't even have imagined crying. I have a lot of thoughts, but first I need to get home and into my PJs, and then we'll talk. Okay, I'm home. I'm in my jammies. I had to take my glasses off because they were giving me a headache. They just kind of pinch my head. And this is why I can't wear glasses, because I don't know how y'all people do it. After a while of wearing glasses, I just feel them on my head and they're distracting. Anyway, thoughts. Number 1, this is the problem with making a part 1 and a part 2. You have to do a lot of filler in both movies to make a full feature-length film. It didn't bother me as much in part 1 because part 1, act 1 of Wicked, is arguably better than act 2. You can really see in the second film that act 1 of Wicked is the superior product. But when you're at the stage play and you're watching it all together, you're not really clocking it. As someone who's seen the stage play at least 5 times, there's so many good songs in act 2 that you're kind of like, oh yay, I want to hear these songs. But the plot really starts to fall apart in act 2, but it's disguised by good songs. But when they're trying to fill it out in a second movie, you realize how nonsensical the plot is. And in a movie, it's felt. It's nonsense. This plot is nonsense. I was just sitting there, the gears were turning, and I was like, wait, what? What's happening? What? It stopped making sense. It really stopped making sense on film. Things just weren't adding up in my mind. I just had a lot more questions. Question number 1. Okay, spoilers ahead. If you haven't seen the stage play or you think you're going to see the movie and you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch this part. But if Glinda gets rid of the wizard and Madame Morrible, then why can't Elphaba just stay and be her co-leader? That just does not make any sense. And they're like, well, if I'm there, then you can't be good. And she's like, oh yeah, okay, like there can only be one of us as leader of Oz. No, that doesn't make any sense. If you're the leader, you can just be like, hey, this is my friend Elphaba. Actually, she's good. Actually, you were lied to by the wizard, and we're gonna co-lead this city together. It just doesn't hold up. Like, the plot becomes very thin when you start clocking that. Number 2, having Elphaba be played by a black woman and then turning the power of government over to a white woman and being like, you have to lead, I can't lead. There's something really sinister about that at the end of the film that I've not clocked before when it's been played by like a white woman to another white woman. Do you know what I mean? Like, knowing it's a black woman who's handing the power over to this frail white woman who previously, up until this point in the film, has just gone along with all the things that like the wizard was saying and been like the ultimate yes woman and let like the people of Oz and the animals be discriminated against and tortured essentially. And then she's just kind of like, oh, but I think I'll have a conscience now. And Elphaba's like, good enough for me. You can be the leader and you can be good. And like, hopefully you'll carry out what I've been fighting for all along. But I guess no guarantees, but I gotta go with Fiyero. We gotta leave. And it's like, now I don't really trust Glinda because she's not really stood up for any she's not had any real spine this whole movie. And now she's kind of grown a conscience in the last 20 minutes. And now we're handing over the Grimri to her and we're saying that she can rule the whole Oz, even though up to this point, she's just been going along with these corrupt leaders. That's not clocking to me. And it's just weird. Like, it feels like very much like, oh, just let the white woman lead. It'll be better that way. And it feels like a strong black woman giving up her power because it's like easier or more palatable. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that didn't sit right with me. Also, I feel like they called in Stephen Schwartz and were like, hey, we're like 3 songs short. Can you like write some extra songs for us? And he was like, how long do I have? And they're like, a week. And he's like, yeah, let me see. Like, I probably got some stuff like in the archives. And he kind of pulled some stuff out of his ass. Because these songs that they like slapped in there to add some filler songs were not good. Very bad. Very, very sloppily done. And you could just feel like the movie grind to a halt when we were listening to those songs versus like the Four Goods and the As Long As Your Mind's and the No Good Deeds kind of songs. So, yeah. Also, the CGI, like there was just so much CGI in this one. It felt like a lot more than the first one. I don't know, guys. This one was hard for me. I had a harder time with this film. There were highlights, like there were good, the performances were still good. I would say Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Jonathan Bailey, they were all still good. No one lost their stellar performance. It's just like the movie itself, because of the source material, honestly, like couldn't really be saved, and it just never was going to be as good as the first one, and they just fell into some traps, I think, trying to pad it out. Anyway, I've talked about this for far too long. Time to make some dinner and watch some more Good Wife and then go to bed. Hey friends, so I thought I'd give you a little update after visiting my first apartment, my first little apartment tour. It was small. That's a 1-bedroom for you. We're not in that 2-bedroom life anymore. And yeah, it was definitely like the cheapest of the places that I'm going to visit. So yeah, it was small. And I was like, oh, where's the storage? Where is the storage? The man who was showing it to me looked like he was 12 years old. God bless him. 12-year-olds apparently need to work too. But I don't think it's gonna work because it was just really, really small. I'm going to Glendale now after I have a cheeky Starbucks in the parking lot of Starbucks right now to see my next place. But yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work out just because it was so small. I mean, maybe I'll be desperate and I'll be like, hey, come crawling back, but I don't know. As of now, I'm not that desperate. But yeah, the other thing was it was like down the street and around the corner from Shakespeare Guy's house, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to seem like a stalker. Hey, what's your new address? Hey, he puts it into his GPS. Oh, walking distance. So yeah, I don't think that place is gonna work. But it was on a really cute street. I'll give it that. That was probably the one pro, and it had like nice light that came in through the windows and a high ceiling in the living room. But yeah, couldn't really picture myself living there. But onwards and upwards. I've found a lot of places that could be contenders. So that's really the next few weeks of my life, is just gonna be visiting places. So I'm gonna have my cheeky Starbucks in the parking lot. Then we're gonna drive over to Glendale and see our next place. And I will give you a little update when we do. Okay, so I'm outside the Glendale place. It was cute, it was big. It kind of like restored my faith in humanity that it doesn't have to be an absolute closet-sized place to be in the price range I'm looking for. But yeah, the woman who was showing it to me had a sinister vibe, and I couldn't tell who the landlord was when I walked in. And so there's just a man standing there, and I shook his hand, and two old women, and I like went to shake their hands, but then they gave me like a sinister vibe, so I was like, never mind. And then I found out that the man was just like viewing the apartment too. So then I felt bad that I like shook a man's hand and not the women's, but I don't know. I feel like I was just unintentionally like leaning into the patriarchy. Whatever, I'm overthinking it. But it was cute. The bedroom was very dark and had like no light, but nice hardwood floors. No fridge. And this is an absolute epidemic in LA, is that places don't have fridges. And street parking. But this area has a ton of street parking. I found a spot easily, so you know, that's not the end of the world. But yeah, it's really nice being back in this area. It's like walking distance from my favorite coffee shop, and it's right near where Ethan and I used to live, which kind of makes me feel some nostalgia vibes and kind of like, wow, good times. Remember the days when our relationship didn't suck? Just kidding. Anyway, so yeah, it would be really nice to be back in this area. I need to give it a think, and I called my mom. I need to talk it over with her, but I think she's taking her afternoon nap, so she hasn't called me back yet, but need to give it a think over. I do. I don't know. I haven't found the one yet, I don't think. But more tomorrow. I've got another tour tomorrow, and yeah, we'll find it. We will. I believe. Okay, I thought I would close out the vlog with a little Trader Joe's haul. I know I did that last week, but I'm back for more. So what did we get this time? We got my Everything Bagels again. Shocker. A new shape of pasta. The little rigatone. My Power Crunch bars. You know the flavors I get: French vanilla and peanut butter fudge. Wow, they didn't put much in this one bag. I guess it was just the leftovers. In our big old bag, we got inner peas. I'm gonna be chomping on those as a little pre-dinner snack to tide me over because it's not dinner time yet, but it is pitch black and feels like midnight. What else is new? This bread, it was good. I tried it last time. It's good. This is what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. They didn't have my pizza last time. It was a travesty, but they have it again. My tuna, again, I'm like a little cat with my cans of tuna. Thank God. My shrimp. My apples. My salmon. I'm not gonna mess it up this time, you guys. Wait, did I tell you? I can't remember. No, I just texted my friends about it. I made a stunning salmon in the oven, in the broiler the other night. Dressed it beautifully in my little glaze. It was stunning. I was so tired though. This was Wednesday or Thursday night. I was so tired. Oh, it was Wednesday night that I freaking left it in the oven. I turned the oven off and then left it in the oven after eating it because I was like, oh, I gotta give it another minute. I ate the parts that were like completely done and I gave the other parts a minute, left it in the oven. Devastating. And so it went bad overnight. I forgot all about it the next morning. It was inedible. So you live and you learn. And then I got some fun little bits and bobs. We need more chili seasoning, chili powder for the spice rack. So I got that. I got a little candellini, the cedar balsam. Smells like a Christmas tree. And we all know Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. And then I need some shampoo. So I'm going to try some Trader Joe's shampoo. We'll see how that goes. This is the lemongrass moisturizing shampoo with argan oil and vitamin E. Safe for color treated hair. So we'll see how that goes. I've never tried Trader Joe's shampoo. So anyway, let me put this stuff in the fridge and the freezer. And yeah, I think that'll do me. So thank you for coming along with me on this vlog. I appreciate it. It's been, gosh, it's been a weekend. I haven't, wow, I think this is the first weekend in a while where I literally haven't seen anyone or done anything social. I've just been like hanging by my lonesome all weekend. And I am kind of lonely, but I also don't mind it. I feel of two minds about it. I'm both like, well, this is a little lonesome and I think it's okay. Yeah. So I'm sure that, you know, living alone in the future, there's going to be more weekends like this in my life. And this is kind of a slow time of year around the holidays where like people are out of town and things are very quiet in LA. This isn't the first time I've had a quiet weekend like this in LA before in the like decade that I've lived here. So yeah, alone again. Anyway, catch you in the next one. As always, like, subscribe, leave a comment. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.